Right, hey guys, remember CCG back in the video. So the new set Blazing Dominion has been announced, and with that, we got new Red Dragon Archfiend support. So I wanted to cover this and see what this is gonna look like. We recently got new support as well through a structure deck. Let me hit the shocked face here because we did get that new support. But let's see. This is Darkness Resonator. It's a Dark Fiend tuner effect monster. You can reveal one Red Dragon Archfiend in your extra deck, special summon this card from your hand. Also, you can special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn, except for synchro monsters. Makes sense. So being able to pop this out pretty easily. It's a tuner, of course. It's a resonator. If this card is special summon, you can activate this effect. During your main phase this turn, you can normal summon one resonator in addition to your normal summon / set. That's pretty good. You can target any number of tuners you control. Their levels become 1. So it has some level modulation. I'm kind of curious because we already have some pretty strong resonators, but this one seems solid, gives you some level modulation. It also is able to give you another normal summon for a resonator. And I think I've made combos for Red Dragon Archfiend, but it's been a long while. But I think there was a resonator that requires a normal summon in order to get a very solid additional effect. And so having this is pretty great, just to make sure you really get that off. Then here we have Power Vice Dragon. Really cool art on this one. It's a Dark Dragon effect monster. If you control no monsters or all monsters you control are Dark Synchro monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. Obviously the Red Dragon Archfiend, so you can get this card out very easily. If this card is special summon, you can add one Resonator monster from your deck to your hand. Also, you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of the turn, except for Dark Synchro monsters. So either way, you want to make sure you kind of keep it locked in Dark Synchro, just because of all the locks that kind of come in. But regardless, being able to use this, search out a Resonator monster easily. And of course, you can go Dark Resonator if you want, be able to special summon it out, and then go easily into a level 8 Red Dragon Archfiend. Here, it also has a Red Dragon Archfiend summoned using this card as material, cannot be destroyed by battle. A nice little bonus effect, nothing too crazy, but I do like that it's a little bit of an extender and it's pretty easy to get out as well. So here is Fiend Peace Golem. This guy looks very goofy, but he's cool, I guess. He's a level 5 2100 attack monster. If you control a Fiend Tuner, you can special summon this card from your hand. Obviously, the Resonators. If this card is special summon, you can decrease this level by up to 2. So giving you some level modulation there. That's fun. So you can make this into a level 3. And then from there go into a level 6. We do have that level 6 dragon that we like going into. I forgot his name, but he's the main one that we want to go into when you're starting these combos. So that is a great start there. Then if this card is sent to your graveyard as material for the synchro summon of a Red Dragon Archfiend monster, or a monster that mentions it, you can target one level 4 or lower fiend monster in your graveyard, special summon defense position. There you go, that gives you the ability to just kind of stack on these synchro monsters so that you're able to extend your plays. This one seems pretty solid. It's a great way to go into a level 8 Red Dragon Archfiend or to go into the level 6 monster and continue extending your plays. But yeah, overall pretty good. And then here we have Red Nova Dragon Assault Mode. So it's a Dark Dragon special summon effect monster. So this is the Assault Mode monster, which we haven't seen in a minute. Usually those haven't been historically that great. But let's see, it's a level 12 4000 attack monster. So this is not a synchro monster. I was assuming this was a synchro monster, but doesn't look like it. Must be special summon with Assault Mode activate. So there you go for the Assault Mode players. When your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you can banish this card into the end phase. Banish all monsters your opponent control up to a number of tuners in your grave. Ooh, that seems pretty solid. It might warrant using Assault Mode activate. I'm not entirely sure how this card works, but if it's not too much of a hassle, it could warrant it just to get this card out. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can banish this card into the end phase, negate the attack, then end the battle phase. Not too crazy, but pretty strong if they're not able to get rid of this somehow. If this card is destroyed, you can special summon one Red Nova Dragon from your graveyard. So again, looks like a kind of a weird one-off card that you either run it, but you have to commit quite a bit amount of resources to make sure you're able to get this out. If not, you're not going to use this at all. So here's the Crimson King. Whoa, so this is a new Red Dragon Archfiend monster here. Looks really cool. I'm liking this art. It looks super badass here. So it's a Dark Dragon Synchro Effect monster, level 8 3000 attack monster. So it looks like we want to be going into this just straight up as a Red Dragon Archfiend summon. If this card is synchro summon, you can add one card that mentions Red Dragon Archfiend from your deck to your hand. So from there, being able to search out potentially the trap or whatever other resource you want, because there's a bunch of cards that actually mention it here. When your opponent activates a monster effect, you can banish this card, special summon one Red Dragon Archfiend from your extra deck, This is treated as a synchro summon, and if you do, its current attack becomes doubled, and it cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects. That is pretty cool. I think this is a great way of just kind of going into this, and then if you want to, just go into your Red Dragon ARCHFIEND with 6,000 attack, and be somewhat difficult for your opponent to get rid of. This is a cool little monster here. It's level 8, but yeah, I am liking this guy. And then here we have Crimson Blade Dragon. Whoa, look at this guy. He's got 2 blades here. Very cool. It's a Dark Dragon Synchro Effect monster with 2400 attack, 2600 defense. It requires 1 Resonator Tuner and 1 or more non-tuners. This card is always treated as Crimson Blader. Ooh, okay. Haven't seen that in a minute. If this card is Synchro Summon, you can add to your hand or special summon, but its effects are negated. 1 level 8 or higher monster from your deck or graveyard that cannot be normal summon / set. So this is your way of going into the Assault mode. You can go into this, search the Assault mode dragon out, and that's great. That's going to give it a lot more consistency, so it's not just a weird brick that you kind of play whenever you get into it. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles a level 5 or higher monster, you can destroy that monster. So again, a little bonus effect here. In case you really need that effect there, then there you go. And then here's the normal spell. So this is Crimson Call. You can only activate 1 card with this card's names once per turn. Add 1 level 4 or lower fiend monster from your grave to your hand, or if you control Red Dragon ARCHFIEND or Synchro monster that mentions it, you can add that monster from your deck instead. So this is a Rhoda for fiend monsters, but specifically if you control Red Dragon ARCHFIEND monster or Synchro monster that mentions it. So that's just to prevent other decks from using this generically, but that is still really good. And then if your Assault mode monster or Red Dragon ARCHFIEND attacks, at the end of the damage step, you can banish this card from your grave. That monster can make a second attack in a row. So there you go, kind of making it a lot easier to finish your opponent here. Cool card, and I like this kind of a bonus effect in case you do want to run the Assault mode. I am curious if people are going to choose to run that, just because it is going to take up some resources, but it looks like they are making some effort to implement it decently well. And the final card here is the Ruler's Rumbling. So this is really cool. We can see Jack Atlas in the back here on the stadium here, racing. So you can only activate 1 card with this card's names per turn. The other player can activate cards or effects in response to this card's activation if your opponent special summon 10 or more monsters this turn. Whoa, okay. So if you keep track of that, kind of like Nibiru, then you're going to be able to do this, and they're not going to be able to do much about it. Apply these effects in sequence based on the number of monsters your opponent special summon this turn. If they special summon 1, you can special summon 1 Dark Synchro monster from your grave or banishment. That is cool. 3+, Dark Red Dragon ARCHFIEND in your monster zone is unaffected by your opponent's activated effects until the end of your turn. So they become a towers. Or 5+, change all monsters your opponent currently controls to face down defense position. So a Book of Moon, or I think it's Book of Eclipse, for all of your opponent's monsters. And in sequence, so that is cool. This is going to be a fun little trap to play. You're just going to have to keep track of your opponent's summons, but gives you a crazy amount of benefits, especially if you're able to wait for the 10. And they're not going to be able to negate it. If they're popping off and you have this card, that is pretty cool. You're not going to be able to really do anything about it. Otherwise, it seems like a decent line of support. Nothing like too crazy. I think that the Red Dragon ARCHFIEND players are going to be happy just to have more options with cards to play with, and potentially exploring the Assault mode option of this deck. But overall, I'm really liking the new support. Can't wait to try some combos out. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all that. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.